Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And as I told you in my previous video, well, the one this morning, T-Mobile's presentation at the conference would be more detailed, and it was. It was a lot more detailed versus what Verizon presented. And again, we got preliminary quarter Q4 numbers, and they had another huge quarter. Insane quarter. I got to look at the numbers briefly a couple of days ago. I got some sources, so that's why I was letting you guys know that this was coming, and then T-Mobile would announce around this time too in older videos that they would be over 100 million covered with 2.5. So for the year, T-Mobile adds 5.5 million postpaid customers in 2020, the most in company's history. So growth and how the company's doing overall, great. I mean, insane. This is going to drive investors, value creation for investors. There's going to be another analyst day. They were saying on the video. I just finished watching it, so that's going to be huge. I mean, they're exceeding their ambitions by crazy margins. So just to let you guys know, these are preliminary numbers, but they'll likely be very accurate. So 1.7 million total net additions, 1.6 million postpaid net additions, 824,000 postpaid phone net additions. So again, insane numbers. Churn is low for the company, so they're able to retain the customers that they're getting. The network is improving tremendously. 280 million pops covered with low-band 5G, 106 million covered with 2.5, what T-Mobile is now calling ultra capacity in their marketing terms. I guess you can make the argument of 60 or even 80 megahertz really ultra capacity when you have Verizon with 800 megahertz channels of millimeter wave. But again, T-Mobile is a marketing machine, so they will likely keep using the term ultra capacity. So I will leave this article in the description down below so you guys could check it out. There's a little bit more info, but just to kind of give you some, like a summary of the video today. So to start it off, 20% of the Sprint user base has already been migrated to T-Mobile now via the network. So the TNX, the T-Mobile network experience is working. People are migrating off of the network at least. I'm sure some of those customers are still taking advantage of the Sprint pricing and plan, but as of now, they are still on the Sprint legacy system, but they have been moved over to the T-Mobile network. So that's helping T-Mobile free up some of that band 41 and relocate that a lot faster to the 5G side of T-Mobile's. So we have seen in Los Angeles the very first sighting of 80 megahertz, which Neville Ray said it would start popping up. I believe he said that at the end of Q3, that we would start seeing 80 megahertz of N41 by the end of year. It looks like the first person has spotted it. It could have been there. He spotted it a couple of days ago. It could have been there towards the end of last year. Who knows when that actually went live, but we're starting to see 80. I'm now being told we are going to start seeing as high as 140 megahertz of spectrum on standalone N41 this year. So that'll be a total of 100 contiguous, and then 40 of it will be aggregated. Now, what does that really mean? It means a capacitive network, insane capacitive network, which is going to help them in Los Angeles because they need the capacity there because they have such high market share. But it really means T-Mobile is ready. They're ready to take this to a whole nother level. They are finally leveraging the entire assets of the Clearwire spectrum that Sprint was never able to do. They're going to start putting in 2.5, 5, and 10 gig circuits in the backhaul. That's going to happen in the middle of this year. That's going to happen across the board. It's going to be expensive for T-Mobile to do so, so the operational expense will continue increasing, But I think in terms of the growth currently, how many customers they're gaining, how they're leveraging the customer in terms of getting T-Vision out there, the home internet, I think that is completely justifiable. And the investors will understand that that investment is necessary to not only feed the sites. I mean, they have to start matching or exceeding backhaul versus what's actually on the air link. So they have to start pushing the backhaul higher to match what spectrum is actually on air, so they can push the speeds and really force a generational leap. So we start seeing maybe even close to a gig of speed during busy times. Of course, that's more of a future talk, but T-Mobile is continuing to densify the network on the macro grid. I just spotted 2 new sites being implemented here. Now, the small cell strategy has not happened yet for them. They seem to be on a completely different course, which is fine. That's completely fine. Every company has their own strategy. Verizon is completely pushing millimeter wave. T-Mobile says we're going to do that a different way. They feel that they're going to put millimeter wave in area where it matters most, such as large venues, real urban dense areas, stadiums, arenas, big sporting events, Super Bowls. They are probably not going to chase the Verizon strategy. Maybe over time they start incorporating a bit more of those small cells to support that, but I do not see T-Mobile going the route of rolling it out every 2,000 feet in neighborhoods. I don't see T-Mobile doing that. I think they leverage the N41 spectrum to the complete maximum. They boost backhaul. They keep incorporating macros. They are going to do small cells. They've done it on LTE. They've done it in very specific areas where they have high market share. And I think they'll start leveraging that. But in a lot of bigger markets, you could kind of say that makes T-Mobile even more scary. In some bigger areas, they have not yet really incorporated small cells. They've done it in El Paso. They've done it in LA. But like places like Oklahoma City, they've done some in Chicago, but not nearly at a scale of Verizon, not even close. That's what I'm being told right now. So they still have small cells to leverage in terms of densification if needed. But nobody has really achieved that at the level of Verizon, even during LTE, because Verizon had a lack of spectrum all along. So they really went top heavy on small cells. So there's still some gain to leverage from small cells for T-Mobile. DAS systems on the indoors and outdoor DAS. They were mainly able early on to leverage the DAS systems that they got from Metro PCS when they merged those companies. Like New York City, there's a lot of outdoor DAS systems. There's a bunch of those in Florida. So T-Mobile was able to leverage those. But on the larger scale, they really densified on the macro grid based on it being that they only had mid-band. So they incorporated 50,000 macro sites to build their density out. So there's a whole lot to gain still for T-Mobile on the network side. Verizon, you could kind of make the debate that they really needed spectrum now because they've been densifying, rolling out small cells, and they're still slowing down, and they're still having the most aggressive network management when it comes to deprioritization. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Once again, did this completely throw you off? Were you expecting this kind of quarter? Are you expecting to see these kinds of quarters for T-Mobile in 21? Do you expect T-Vision to completely take off based on the brand image and the liking that people are taking to T-Mobile? Again, Mike Sievert said T-Vision was added not for profit and not to really get in the media, but to serve customers. And I said it in my videos. I think they're utilizing the product to get people tied into the home internet. I said it in the video earlier. I feel Verizon still needs a TV product if they start offering home internet. Whether they do it with a partnership or they go OTT with Fios, but people are still going to need a TV product. So again, let me know all that in the comment section down below. Look forward to reading all the comments. If you have been on the channel or you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Make sure to follow all of the social media outlets for Tech Life. I look forward to interacting with more of you. Twitter, Instagram, pictures. The videos of YouTube are going on the Twitter as well, so you guys are notified there. And thanks again for watching. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.